Hi, and welcome to the MotoVlog. My name is Andy Bumatai, and today is April 28th, 2014. Thanks for joining us. On this show, we'll be taking a look at some products reviewed by everyday riders, as opposed to a company, journalists, or anyone who gets paid. For example, in this first video, Delinquentious talks about the trouble with holding a throttle open for hours and how she solved the problem. Let's watch.
Hey everyone, I'm doing a special kind of vid about this little guy I got in the mail today. My Vegas trip was 425 miles, and I think overall it was like 1,300 in one weekend. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, boom, and I just realized that I need something for the throttle control. I have pretty bad carpal tunnel syndrome because of school and my truck and all of the YouTube editing that I do. Not my motorcycle. I don't believe it's because of that. Anyways, so there's my little braces, as a matter of fact. I can't sleep at night anymore without them. So I looked into this guy right here. It's a cramp buster. And it goes across your handlebar and puts the weight into the palm of your hand. But I haven't got to try that on a long trip. And I thought I might need something more substantial because I actually have to stretch out my hand sometimes. So in desperation, I mean, I just called and asked around, and Tracy has a Throttlemeister. I'm hoping you can see this. There's kind of a little movement right there, on and then off. So if I had two hands, well, let me turn it slightly on, open up the throttle, and lock it. So yeah, still moves, but it holds it pretty dang tight. And if I go tighter, it'll hold it open really good. Okay, so I think if you can see that movement, I want to turn it off, and my throttle closes.
As always, click on the link in the description to watch the full video, which in the case of the last video includes the not-so-easy installation she did. Which brings us to Shippy Spiffy, who reviews a very cool helmet I think you should watch.
Hey everyone, this is Shippy Spiffy. I'm here to bring you a review on the Helmet Dog Dark Knight helmet. I actually took this out earlier for a ride, and let me say, you get a ton of looks. I mean, a ton of looks. A bunch of people probably think you're an idiot for riding with a Batman helmet on, but you also get a ton of thumbs up, so yeah. As for the, I guess, prosthetic here, you can see, I'll try and get it in the, it says, Helmet Dog. So they did a great job with the prosthetic. Now the prosthetic itself, it kind of looks plastic since it's so glossy, but it's almost like a very firm latex. And it's very, very, extremely durable. I mean, I was riding with this thing for at least 2 hours today, and I'm actually amazed with the quality of product. I don't want to try and rip it off, but this thing is on there solid. I mean, this thing is not going to come off with the wind. I can guarantee you that.
You know, Halloween is only 6 months away, and with the Batman helmet and my black Victory Cross Country, all I'd need is a cape and to lose 40 pounds. Huh. I think I'll watch this excellent review on the Cena Bluetooth headset by XXX Deadhead instead.
Alright, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Cena SMH10, just kind of give you my overall thoughts and give you an idea of how it works, what you can do with it. So first things first, straight out the box, I was very impressed with the build quality. Everything seems very, very secure and sturdy. The installation of this thing was extremely easy. They provide all the necessary tools, and it's just quick and fast and painless. So nothing to really argue about there. Even getting the firmware updated on the device was extremely easy. I had to fill out a little bit of registration information and so on, download a small file. Maneuvering the website was fairly easy. So yeah, nothing, I mean, I just say like A+ all across the board, all the way through installation. My biggest worry before I bought it was that it was going to be, the music wouldn't be loud enough while I was riding. I mean, as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear my pipes, I'm sure you can. I have rather loud pipes. And I still have the baffles in on these Cycle Shack exhausts, slip-ons, but all in all, it's still pretty loud. And with the music, I have the speakers are pushed like lightly just right there at my ears. So I can actually turn up the volume to the point where it's just too loud and it hurts my ears. Is it extremely thumpy and bassy? No, not really. The sound quality is very good for what it is. And for $125, I don't think that you can really get better audio. It's much better than having the headphones in my ear. Those tended to kind of shift around while I put my helmet on. And they also just kind of hurt. Whereas with this, I have zero pressure up against my ears. It's very comfortable and quite loud.
I found this next video by Boris Doobie very interesting because it talks about a product you don't hear much about, but I believe has the potential to become as commonplace as the helmet. Let's watch.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm just doing a little review of the Hellite Air Nest or Hellite Air Vest. Basically this is an airbag for motorcyclists. A few years ago 2 or 3 companies started producing potential airbags or air jackets for motorcyclists to wear, and it was quite interesting. Some motorcyclists were quite interested in the product, others thought it was a bit of a harebrained idea really, and I must admit I was a little bit sceptical, but I recently came across this particular product made by Hellite or Hellite, depending on how you want to say it, and I was quite impressed. I saw a little demonstration of it and I thought actually I'd rather like to find out a bit more about this, so I did a bit of research, watched a few of the amazing videos that are online. Horse riders obviously are in a similar situation. They're high up, travelling at reasonable speed, and they've taken the air vest on board quite rapidly actually. There's some pretty amazing shots of these guys falling and the horses actually falling on top of them afterwards, and they literally get up afterwards after this air vest or air nest has actually gone off. So I thought I'd try one out. Well, this is what it is. I've got 2 units that I've been testing. This is the plain black version. I'll do you a little twirl so you can see what it looks like. I'm wearing it over a normal black leather jacket at the minute, and as you can see it kind of blends in quite well actually. Very comfortable to wear, 3 buckles up on the front, and it extends down my back quite well. If you look at some of the reviews where you see this thing going off, I'm not going to demonstrate it right now, but you can see how potentially effective it could be. You certainly don't notice it when you're wearing it. The main active part of the vest is this kind of system here. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a second, but basically you have a tether which attaches to part of your motorcycle. Mine's attached on my GS just under the front of the front seat. It clips in. You're then attached to your motorcycle. Now basically what happens is that when you get involved in an incident or an accident and you leave your bike, you hit something or you go for a slide down the road, this tether is then pulled, and there's like a UV joint, stainless steel components on here. As that pulls out, the gas cartridge is triggered, and the airbag that goes around the front of your chest, over around your neck and goes around your back is then activated, and it's activated according to the manufacturer's instructions at about 100 millisecond of a second, which is incredibly quick. And if you see the slow-mo bits of video of it, it really is very, very fast.
I wonder if I could remember to detach before I got off my bike. Honey, I'm home. Which brings us to our last video by Moto Guy, who gives us an honest assessment of some products he's been using for years.
Today I'm going to show you a couple of products that I've used which have been really, really good. At the front of the bike, I have a Titan Bulldog front wheel stand. It's not cheap. It's $240. So far I've used it on 3 motorcycles. It can handle motorcycle wheels from 12 inches up to 22 inches, so it handles everything. It's $240, but it's the best thing I've found for storing a bike, particularly a bike that does not have a center stand. Harleys don't have center stands, most sports bikes don't have center stands. Without a center stand, it's tough to work on a bike. Once I had the wheel stand in place, I need to figure out how to get the bike off the ground. And I've tried 2 different types of stands. Both are by Pitbull. The forward handle stand is this one. I've used it on. I've had that for years. I've used it on a number of bikes. I don't really like it. It takes a lot of effort to get the bike off the ground, and it just does not work as well, especially on bikes that have bodywork that stick out, like the Ninja has. The other one that I have is the Pitbull standard rear stand. This one, you lift the bike up from the back. Unless you can really trust yourself to do 2 things at the same time, which I can't, I prefer my setup. The other alternative, if you don't have a wheel chock, front wheel chock, is to get somebody you really, really trust and who won't let the bike drop on you. I've never dropped the bike when I've been lifting it for maintenance. I know guys who have had a bike fall on them, and I just never want to utter the words, you know, honey, a 500-pound motorcycle is on my leg.
So, there you have it. Please click on the links and watch the full videos and tell them Andy sent you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.